Alrighty, we're live.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Welcome to week 10.
Yes. Thank you for joining us on week 10. This has been a big journey.
Yes.
And happy and sad.
Yeah. It's been fun to do, and really appreciate all the people coming in and joining up. It's So week 10's a little bit different, of course. We've got a few facts and jokes and a bit of lingo, and then we will do quite an interactive
We're going
project.
to do, yes. Yeah. So there is a link in the description to what we're going to call the blockchain, but it's the njelsalvador blockchain.
Yes.
Oh wait, was it NJ? No, it was the El Salvador blockchain.
Yes.
So we've created the El Salvador blockchain tonight, and we're going to do this with you live, where we will be actually sending transactions between each other. So if you are at a desktop computer, it would be much better for this exercise. So now is the time to switch devices if you need to, and you can be part of this with us live, which would be super cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I've just noticed that every time I unfocus our PDF, it actually inflates. But we're going to switch windows to look at our... Oh, not that one. Hang on. Let's have a look. I need this one here. And we're going to start with our website. So on the website, we're going to remove this top section. And if you ever want to find the My First Bitcoin Diploma, you just scroll down. And there's a section here where you can find the My First Bitcoin GitHub. So you can actually go and check if there's a latest version of the PDF to download, which there currently is, and we're using the latest one tonight. You can make a donation on the website, which would be as anonymous as it, or pseudonymous as it can get on the My First Bitcoin website. And they also have a Geyser donation page. And if you want to help them out, every month they are looking to raise 1 Bitcoin. And what they do is they actually give all of that Bitcoin to the students. So every week, this Friday, yes, we are going to the graduation of the Apapa. Are we going to Apapa? Yeah, we're going to the Apapa region to be part of the graduation there this week, Friday. We thought that was quite fitting to go with the end of this. So we're actually going to go and do a live one of these with students, which is super cool.
It is. And it's our first one for My First Bitcoin. We've gone to schools with the Bitcoin Beach and Hope House, but this is our first My First Bitcoin graduation, which is really cool. It's
it's been on our to-do list, but it's often just clashed with other things we had. So we're very excited. It was meant to be. So here we go. It's really exciting. I want to say thank you to the people that support us through this, which are Seed Signer, Crypto Tag, and Shift Crypto. These three partners or hardware providers, they have given us something to give away to 3 lucky people on our list. So if you signed up, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. We have picked out 3 names.
Yes.
And we're gonna ship. Do we mention the names?
Yeah, we will mention names. We'll do it afterwards.
We'll do it afterwards. Okay. Yeah. So we'll do it at the end. So Seed Signer, I've actually got the Seed Signer plugged in, and it actually has. You can actually see the little logo scrolling around on there, which is pretty cool. I've had a quick play with it. I am enjoying it. You can also. I'm excited to use it. I've watched the. I'm trying to think what his name is. BTC Sessions, Ben from BTC Sessions. I've watched his video on it to get myself up to speed, and we're going to do a little video, which I think we're going to keep a bit simpler because he is incredibly detailed. Yeah,
and so that will be out next Wednesday. So, we just wanted to roll it out on the Wednesday after this.
Should be good.
Yeah.
Then we have Crypto Tag. This is a hardware seed phrase saving device. This is a super cool beastie for basically making an indestructible seed phrase, and that is a large part of what we've done in here, which is making sure you protect that information. You don't want to just write it down on one piece of paper and maybe it gets lost. That's not what you want to do. That's how you lose wealth. And then we have the Bitbox 02 by Shift Crypto, and they do a Bitcoin specific device down here, which is this one plugs into your laptop, Swiss made. The hardware, the software is all Swiss made. So it's not outsourced to foreign countries. They're on their doorstep.
It's open source.
Open source. Yep.
Yeah.
And they connect with a number of different wallets as well.
Yeah.
Which is really good. Alrighty.
Okay. So really appreciate the support that we've had from those three companies. And I mean, we'll be just giving the names and addresses of the three people, and they will be sending them directly to them. Okay. So that's exciting.
They're going to ship to they're going to ship to you guys directly.
Yeah.
So we haven't received them. We're just going to give them your contact details. They will send an email to you, supply them with the shipping details, and go from there.
All right.
Okay. If you haven't already, in the description, there is a link to a website. Oh, actually, we should go through we're going to go through the PDF. Sorry, Nicki's, I think she's waiting for me to do that. All right. I don't know why this is looking so crazy tonight.
It's really big.
It's really big, but when I focus on it, it'll go normal, just like that.
Okay.
So they've got a little bit of fun in here first. So from bits to Bitcoin, piecing together the puzzle. So they've got some meme sort of stuff here, which is pretty cool. So let's have a look. Cryptocurrency, slang, whale, someone who owns a lot of cryptocurrency. So this is actually, it's funny because this is the latest version of the Diploma, but they were going to remove a lot of the cryptocurrency references, but this one still has it in there. Remember, Bitcoin was the original, and so whales were originally Bitcoin whales. So the cryptocurrency reference or being added into it came later. So I'm going to change it. A whale, someone who owns a lot of Bitcoin, usually 5% of any given coin. So that would be 5% of the total supply. This guy bought Bitcoin back in 2011, and now he's a huge whale. HODL, a byword from not panicking. HODL began with a typo for hold and came to mean hold on for dear life or don't sell your Bitcoin. Keep calm and HODL during this slump. You'll be rewarded with big gains. So to HODL or hodling, it is largely about removing the emotion from holding Bitcoin. So if you can remove the emotion, and if you were going to trade Bitcoin where you wanted to try and dollar cost average in or buy in bear markets, and then have a strategy where it hits a certain price and you're going to sell a certain percentage and wait for it to go down again, it's having that long-term mentality and reducing the emotion, so it is a strategy instead of a panic. A bag holder, someone who is holding on to a currency that drops in price to the point of being worthless. They call me a bag holder, but I'm sure it's going to go back up. Now, this one is actually pretty relevant to cryptocurrencies because that's often what happens to people. A lot of these cryptocurrency projects, the price gets pumped up by an organized group with capital, and they build hype, bring in a lot of unsuspecting people who don't know it's an organized pump, and then they go and remove all of their own money and take a huge profit, and then they leave a whole heap of people who came in late holding the bag. It's unfortunate that this image actually has Bitcoin on all of the bags, because that's not what happens in the Bitcoin ecosystem. It's what happens in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. So it's an interesting choice of a meme there. Wrecked, a phrase for the gaming world. It means when a cryptocurrency plummets in value and wipes out investors. Let's have a moment of silence for all those wrecked on margin calls. So basically, yeah, similar thing to bag holders, people who got in normally on hype, took a punt and didn't get out in time, and then they basically just lose their money or lose their coins, and they end up in a really bad situation. FUD. FUD is an acronym for fear, uncertainty, and doubt, which are especially common negative rumors spreading in the media. Don't listen to those rumors. They're just spreading FUD. So FUD is often people spreading particular narratives, and this happens in many industries to try and put people off doing particular things. But what is interesting is there's actually analytical videos out there where if you watch what some of the mainstream media says versus what the companies are doing, they're actually going in two different directions, because they know they're trying to drive the price down so they can buy cheap, and then they will pump it up later. So FUD is I don't know a polite way to say it, but basically it's a psychology game. Just be aware of it. A bear whale. A cross between a whale and a bear. That is, a trader who believes prices will fall. A bear whale sells off and temporarily flatten the whole market. Can flatten the whole market. So this is also a strategy. That bear whale caused investors a bit of havoc. So you do get particular people who have a strategy where they may have gone and done something called a long or a short, and then a strategy like this where they basically play into their own strategy. They can make money by selling their Bitcoin into a whole heap of people who are panicking. So it's taking a bet against the direction. To the moon, the rallying cry of Bitcoin investors. It's the most common way to celebrate when a coin is on the up and up. Bitcoin just hit $50,000 to the moon. So yeah, it's pretty funny. It's just one of those things, I guess. It unfortunately, it probably removes a lot of credibility from the ecosystem, saying things like that. Like there's a Lambo meme as well, and I think going to the moon and Lambos, they're not super professional sounding or looking, and that probably doesn't help the image. The Bitcoin network is more powerful than 500 supercomputers put together. Refunds are not possible on Bitcoin transactions. Some interesting information they put on the bottom there. Those things would have been good in some other areas. All right. So they've got a Bitcoin facts thing here. Let's can we zoom in on that? We can. The question is let's have a look. Bitcoin facts. Bitcoin is peer-to-peer permanent network that isn't backed by any financial institution or government. Bitcoins are made via Bitcoin mining, a software process that relies on math problem solving. And we're going to do this in a minute. Remember, if you're on a mobile device, jump to a PC if you can, because we're going to go look at the web link that I've got in the description in a moment. Bitcoin is free, open source, and tamper-proof. Now, when they say free, it means that anybody can download a free open source wallet to start receiving Bitcoin on any device, basically. As long as you have an internet connection, people can download a free open source wallet, and you don't have to sign up to anything. There's no email involved. There's no ID checks involved. That is what they mean by free. Bitcoin is owned by no one. It just relies on its users, just like the internet. Bitcoin isn't, I'm going up to top left, Bitcoin isn't paper money. It's an internationally recognized cyber money. And I can't remember who I was listening to today, but it was a very interesting discussion. And they were actually talking about how Bitcoin is the first digital property. And it's a really hard concept for people to get their heads around because, of course, in their mind, property is something physical. But this is a digital property in I think, the most full sense that it can be. Target, Amazon, Tesla, Home Depot, and more businesses accept Bitcoin. And here in El Salvador, there's a lot of businesses that accept Bitcoin. And there's a number of big box stores that accept it. But what impresses us the most are the average entrepreneurs where you go in and you have no expectation, but you ask if you can pay in Bitcoin anyway. And they're like, yeah, of course. And they pull out their phone and they've got Chivo, or they've got Strike, or they've got Bitcoin Beach. And you just pay them and they're happy. Yeah. They just wanted the business. That was really cool. No middlemen or banks are involved in Bitcoin trading. That is a huge plus because all of the financial turmoil that's going on at the moment is because of greedy people doing greedy things. Do you want to read this one?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. We've got a Bitcoin for your thoughts. Sorry, man. A Bitcoin is only worth half a thought. Oh, wait. Now it's worth 5 thoughts. Now it's worth 3,000 thoughts. Now it's worth 1 thought. I think Bitcoin's stupid. It's actually quite funny because when you think about when you first get into Bitcoin and you're constantly looking at your phone and checking, see what the price is, you're always constantly looking because you're going, what's happening? Have I lost money? Have I made money? And things. So you're not really on the same page.
Very, very true. Yeah. Very true and very common. All right. When you send Bitcoin to the wrong address and call their customer support. Mm-hmm. And a funny one that goes with this is if you have a complaint, just send it to the CEO of Bitcoin. There is no CEO of Bitcoin and there is no customer support. The best customer support you can have is actually building relationships with trusted friends that can help you when something does go wrong. And when you're beginning, I recommend checking addresses that you're sending to at least 2 times. In the beginning, 3 or 4 times is not a bad thing to do to make sure you send it in the right place, especially when you're buying on an exchange and then trying to send it to your private wallet. Check that a lot.
How many miners does it take to change your light bulb? 1 million. 1 miner to change it, and then 999 miners to run in circles to determine who gets to do it, which is what we saw last week.
Yeah. And that's actually what we're about to do now. So we are going to go to the alternative project. So we haven't received any submissions from anybody. You guys didn't do your homework, so no prizes for you. But we have got this alternate project, and there is a web address here, bitcoinsimulator.tk. If you want to go there now, that would be great. If you can use the link in the description, that would be even better, because what we're going to do is we're going to cut to the web page that we have prepared.
Someone signed in?
No, that's one of the fake accounts that they create.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So I'm just going to switch it over to this. All right. Now, this website, where did we change it? We changed it to Bitcoin. Now, when this website loads, I wonder if I can put this in the chat. Let's see if we can put it in the chat. When this web page loads, you can change it. Here we go. All right. I can put links in there. You can change it to load El Salvador. We have created a blockchain called El Salvador. And I wonder if I should put that in the other chat. I'm going to put it in the other chat as well. Put it in there just for nostalgic purposes. All right. Once you have come to this website, basically what we've done is we've created our own blockchain called El Salvador. And we've gone and mined, 4 blocks already. So we mined a Genesis block, which was block 0, and we actually set it to give out 100 Bitcoin the first time it mined a block. And we can see here that that new block went to El Salvador, which is us. And then we mined another block and we got 10 BTC, which is our total now, like 109. But I'm going to show you why there's only 109 and not 110. We then had a user come along called Bukele. And Bukele mined block number 2 and he got 10 BTC. And then we sent 1 BTC to Bukele, which is why we only have 109. And he mined block number 3, which means that Bukele actually has 21 BTC down the bottom here, which is the perfect number. Now, if you would like to participate in this, what you can do is you can also create a wallet. And I believe that it's in the top right-hand corner. I think you can create a new wallet. So we have a new wallet here with a public and a private key. And when you create that wallet, you can give it a name. So what I'm actually going to do really quickly is I'm just going to double check where that is. And I'm going to go open a new private window. And if we paste our El Salvador blockchain in there. So as soon as that page opens, it will ask you to create a new simulated wallet. And I'm going to show people that right now because it's good. We'll use this one. Brave blockchain simulator. I think it's this one. It is this one. Okay. Let's turn that one on, that one off. All right. On this page, you can create a new simulated wallet with that button there. So just press that. And then you can just create a username. And what it will do is it will automatically create a pretend wallet for you. So whose name should we use? We hadn't thought about a third person's name. Satoshi. How about that? We're going to use Satoshi, and we're going to generate. Oh, the username's already taken. Satoshi, Satoshi Hodl. That's what we're going to call him. All right, we have a new user called Satoshi Hodl, and you'll see down the bottom of this page, Bukele, njelsalvador. There's a random person here, and we have Satoshi Hodl. All right. Now, what we're going to do is Satoshi Hodl wants to do some Bitcoin mining, so they have some Bitcoin to spend. So what we're going to do here is we're going to mine a block with the Satoshi Hodl account. And this is going to simulate what we talked about for the last couple of weeks, where we actually try to guess the puzzle to get Bitcoin. So what we do here is we push the up button and it generates a hash down the bottom. So we actually put in the nonce, if you remember. So they mention here, the hash of a block is calculated from the included transactions, the hash of the previous block, and the current time and a random number, the nonce. Find a number such as the hash of this block that starts with 2 zeros. If you remember, we talked about zeros last week. Now, they also mention that this should have transactions from the mempool. So where are they? Let's scroll down and have a look. It says in the mempool here, we actually have njelsalvador trying to pay Bukele, and we'll see if we can verify that transaction. We can, and we can add it to the block. Oh, insufficient balance. All right, let's do another payment. So what we're going to do, what I need to do is switch windows so you guys can see this. I'll switch that one. Okay. So njelsalvador is going to create a new transaction. So along the top here, we have the blockchain, mining, and transactions. But what I'm actually going to do, let's send it to Satoshi Hodl. Satoshi Hodl. We are going to send them, let's send them, what are we going to send? 2.1 BTC. We're going to sign that transaction. So we've created a digital signature for that transaction, and we're going to send it to the mempool. So that transaction is now down here in the mempool. It hasn't been committed to the blockchain. And as you know, blocks take 10 minutes to process. So many transactions like this can enter the blockchain. If anybody following along is doing this, oh, okay, we just had Hero Man join. And so why don't we pay Hero Man as well? So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new transaction, and we're going to say Hero Man, and then we're going to send them, all right, send them 5 BTC, sign the transaction, and we're going to send it to the mempool. And now we can see these in the mempool. And I'm going to switch back to our Satoshi Hodl. And our Satoshi Hodl also sees these transactions in the mempool in their mining rig. And we're going to see if we can verify them. So the Satoshi Hodl, it's valid, and we're going to add that to the block. And then Hero Man, it's valid, and we're going to add it to the block. Oh, insufficient balance. Let's have a look. I'm going to switch over to the other one. This is the njelsalvador one. valid, add to block. Oh, so we can, okay, because we have BTC in our account, we're able to move forward. All right. So we're going to mine. I wonder what happens if we mine with the other one. Should we try that? This is a really good question. So I am going to switch back to, whoops. I'm going to switch back to our Satoshi HODL. Oh, we got another person here. That might be a fake one. I can't tell. All right. And we're going to start doing some more mining. So I want to add anyway, and let's see what happens. Let's do some mining. So what we're doing is what it's doing is it's creating a hash based on the information that's in the block, and it's looking for a hash. Oh, there was one there that had a 0 in the front. Let's go back. No, I can't go back.
2 zeros.
Oh, 2 zeros?
Zeros, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so this one here has a 0 in the front, but we need 2 zeros in the front. So we just keep hashing 0, 3, keep hashing, and oh, there was another 0. So this is literally what the miners are doing. They have put these transactions into the block, and then they're just hashing until they get a hash that has so many zeros in the beginning. There's another 0, but we haven't had 2 zeros. I'm going to turn on this auto mining, and it quickly starts pumping through the numbers. Now, I don't want to have to push this 300 times. So it's kind of good that we have a really powerful computer to sit here and do it for us. There we go, 266. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros at the start. What we're going to do is we're going to add this to the blockchain. And both of our windows are actually getting this notification. And this is what the miners do. This is what the miners do. So now all the miners need to confirm it. So this request is actually on both screens at the moment. We're going to verify the block. Oh, and it says insufficient balance. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the other one, and we're going to verify the block. And mining. We didn't get anything. Did we get anything? Did anyone get anything? Okay. So because the original person didn't have a balance, they didn't have enough to do the transactions. I'm not sure if this block actually got mined, which is quite interesting. So let's go back to the blockchain and let's refresh this one and see what happened. Because I can see, oh, that block's got the wrong number on it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's in the wrong one. njelsalvador. Oh, here we go. Verify the block. All right, we verified it. It's in there. All right.
Okay, so now can anyone who has joined in,
Yes.
are they able now to?
Yes. They can. So Hero Man, oh, look, Hero Man's been mining because they have 15 BTC because we only sent them 5.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Hero Man's in there mining. And, oh, look, Hero Man actually mined block 4. This is really cool to see. Okay, this is cool that somebody's in here and having a go. Who is it? All right. So I'm not sure. Okay, Liam is Hero Man. All right, awesome. Liam's in here and they're mining. He went and added a whole heap of the transactions to the mempool. He mined them and he got the block reward.
And Nubai is in here too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we need some BTC.
Okay. All right. Let's send Nubia Simulator. Let's do a transaction to them. So a new transaction. We're going to send them. Let's send them 5 BTC. Sign the transaction. Send transaction, and that goes into the mempool. And we've got Hero Man looking to pay us 1 BTC as well. Let's verify. Add to block. Verify. Add to block. This is cool. And who else needs some? This one. We're gonna also. We've got another name in here. I don't know how to say that. BKNL. I think it's a spam account as well. But we'll put. I mean, not a spam. They've got they generate fake accounts so you can do transactions with them. Sign in. Send transaction. and verify, add to block, verify, add to block, verify, add to block. All right, and let's do some mining. So we're going to turn on the auto miner. It's still at 2 zeros, 62. Add block to blockchain. And everybody that's doing this will actually get this on their screen. And it's asking that the transactions are correct and that they should be committed to the blockchain. So we're going to verify and add to the blockchain.
Oh, we won that one.
We did. We won that one. All right. Now, what we can actually do, it's interesting, it's doubled up that name at the bottom. What we can actually do here is we can actually try and commit bad transactions as well. So how many BTC do we have? In our wallet, we currently have 105 BTC. So let's see if we can send Hero Man everything or more than what we have. So we're going to try and send Hero Man, let's try and send them 210 BTC, sign the transaction. Based on the currently longest blockchain, you don't have enough Bitcoin to make this transaction. You can send it nevertheless, but it most likely won't be included into a block. Let's do it. Let's try and spend more than we have. So verify. And it says it's valid, which is interesting. And we're going to add it to a block. Insufficient balance. We're going to say add anyway. So technically, people who are interacting with the blockchain can try and do things like this, where they push in malformed transactions with too much or with wrong information that they're trying to manipulate things. Let's have a look. A new block. So it's saying here that we should get a 10 BTC reward, and we're trying to pay 200 BTC to Hero Man. And we've just mined this, and we're going to say add to blockchain and new block reward and 10 BTC, verify. All right. So what we've done is we've now gone and created a block that is malformed, as they say. Transactions with insufficient balance. I am going to switch windows. All right, and this is the one with 210 BTC. So our Satoshi hodl can see this one. We'll verify the block. But again, the miners won't accept it, or the blockchain won't accept it, because it doesn't meet the criteria. Just trying to see. We don't, if nobody else at home has a desktop PC, or if somebody does, it'd be awesome if you could jump in there, just for the fun of it. Otherwise, that's largely it. This is quite an interesting tool to use. I've actually never used this tool before today. It's quite cool to go through the process, to see how things work, to see how people are. Oh, you guys can't see the other window I'm operating in. Well, no, let's do it with Satoshi hodl. Block mining. So in the mempool, we can still see this 210 one, which was malformed. We do another transaction. And what if we send 0.5? Whoops. We got, I think it's Hero Man. Let's send 0.5. Sign transaction, send transaction. It's in the mempool. So I can actually select. I don't have to try and put all of the transactions in there. So I can only verify and handpick the ones I want. So why that is important is because if you go to, and this is a great time to do this. Mempool. If you go to mempool, you can see what's happening in here. What was I thinking? Oh, okay, right. What we're going to do here is we're going to click on this first block, and then it creates this graphic. What this graphic is are the individual transactions that a particular miner has chosen to try and put into the block if it wins the hash. So not every miner chooses the same transactions to try and put in the next block. That the reason that you might get a large consensus of good transactions is because a lot of people try and pick the ones with higher fees. And as we can see here, we're at the top in the first yellow or brown block saying 51 sats per virtual byte, which means that people are paying, I'm not sure what the price is at the moment. We can check by looking at one of these. So this person is paying 8,400 sats, which is around $2.35 for their transaction. And this one here, it says that they're paying $123 for their transaction. All right. So what's happening is we can just pick and choose a particular transaction. So I see there's Hero Man trying to pay Satoshi HODL. I want to add that to my block that I'm going to try and mine now. So it says it's valid. I'm going to accept it. So I have a block reward. Satoshi HODL is going to pay Hero Man, and Hero Man's going to pay Satoshi HODL. So let's turn on the auto mining and look for a hash with 2 zeros in the front. We've got it. We're going to add to blockchain. We see the new block reward. We see that Satoshi HODL is paying Hero Man, and Hero Man is paying Satoshi HODL. We'll verify that. Oh, look at this. This is cool. All right. So what we can see here is we've got 2 block 6s. The top block is now the longest chain, and we have a whole heap of valid transactions in here, which means that it's going to win. This block 6 with insufficient balance in it, and we can see there that was where we tried to pay Hero Man 210 BTC. That fork of the chain is basically going to be, I forget what they call it, trimmed. It's not trimmed. Trim's not the right word. Concatenated, I think, off. And this one at the top will be the one that we stack the next block on top of. And I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so that was the interactive end of the diploma.
Yes.
If you're doing the diploma actually with this classroom situation, one of the things that you would be required to do is to receive Bitcoin on a Lightning wallet and to send Bitcoin, but you'd also be asked to if you your hardware wallet to actually, what's the word? I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm having a mare here.
So, yeah, no, that's okay.
Yeah.
So what we're going to be doing on Friday is we're going to go to a class with people who have done this diploma, and they will be asked to create a wallet, and they will have their seed words. They then need to back up their seed words. They need to then verify that the wallet is that they've written them down correctly. Once they've done that, they will then send, I think it's, 10,000 Satoshis?
No, we'd send them 10,000.
Yep.
That'd
So
send us 5,000.
we'll then send 10,000 Satoshis to their wallet. They then have to delete the wallet, recover the wallet, and then send 5,000 Satoshis out. And that's the process that we're going to be doing with them on Friday, which is pretty cool. They do this stuff in the class, but their practical at the end of the lesson is actually working with a hardware wallet. I believe they're actually working with the Jade blockstream.
Yeah, but they'll also be working with a Lightning wallet as well.
Right, and they'll also be working with a mobile wallet, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is very cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So
that's it. I mean, if you guys have any questions, we would love for you to post them now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're going to mention the names of the people that we've picked out at random. So we had a random generator.
Yeah.
So I think it's quite fitting that the first person that we drew, their name was Salvador.
Yeah.
Which is very cool. So Salvador, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for putting your name down and coming along. We hope you've enjoyed this and you've watched all of the episodes, we hope.
Yes.
Then we also have Levi. Levi, thank you very much. We're going to be putting your details in with one of these providers as well. And so you guys need to keep an eye out on your email for an email we'll send one from us, and we'll also give the details to the hardware companies to send to you. And the third person is Fiona. And congratulations, Fiona. Keep an eye out for your device as well. And we'll send all of you guys an email with the details. We'll also send your details to the hardware companies so they can ship out to you.
Absolutely.
All right.
So it's really good. It's been a very interesting 10 weeks. We have found there has been, a bit of discussion about how it's gone. And I mean, I know that there's a lot there that I have learned, whereas I suppose how I feel is, a lot of the mining, a lot of that side of things, I've sort of put on the side because I didn't really feel I needed to know about it. But definitely with the way the mempool's been blocked up with the ordinals and things like that, it's actually really great to be able to understand why that's happening. And when all of a sudden you don't have access to the money, getting cash out from the ATM, Bitcoin ATM, you sort of going, oh, why is this, and you now understand why and what's going on. So,
Yes.
Which has been really, really helpful.
Yep. That is actually quite a good point. So earlier on when we were doing these videos, the mempool I think had maybe 200 blocks backed up in it, and this weekend we got up to 500,000 blocks or 500,000 blocks.
Yeah.
We're now down to 300,000, and we had a discussion today about who is this for, the diploma, and we believe it's for people who really want to understand how money works and how Bitcoin works. And that's not everybody that we speak to every day.
No.
So this really is for somebody who's got an open mind and who would really like to understand why Bitcoin is important and why it is what people say it is, which is being sovereign money, being a true digital asset, and knowing how the security works on the blockchain, because it's really important to know that it's not just a database in some computer somewhere where somebody can go along and modify it, but it's actually a cryptographic ledger that people can't go back and modify willy-nilly. This is a historic, what would you call it? It's like a time capsule in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's captured, and people, you sometimes, and that's actually a good meme to probably add to that last page. Some people call the blockchain the time chain, and that is because it's captured transactions in time, and nobody is going back to change them. And because of the cryptographic nature of them, if anybody was to try and change it, it would mess with the entire chain, and it would be obvious.
Yeah.
Very obvious, very easy.
I'm just having a look.
Yes.
I can't read that.
So we got. Let's move it over. I'm gonna move.
Okay.
I'm gonna move this over so it's easier to read.
Thank you.
All right. So Nubia, I'll definitely go back and watch the first part of the 10 episodes.
Absolutely. So good that you've joined the last one. Really,
Yes.
really appreciate that you've come along to join the last one. But if you can go back and watch the other 10, then that would be really good. What I also was going to say is we would love your feedback, everybody who has been joining in, because it'd be really good to send feedback through to My First Bitcoin. So we'd love to hear your thoughts and how you felt it has been too.
Yes.
Yeah. Even though I know we haven't really been teaching it, we've just been doing it ourselves because that's what the whole purpose was.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this whole exercise was a proof of work exercise. We wanted to be able to say that we had read it and that we had done it. I'm just going to switch to, I think, is the PDF still there? The PDF is not there. I need to switch it back. we wanted to be able to say that we had done it, and that way we can recommend it to the right people. And I think that's the biggest thing that we've taken away from this is this is for people who genuinely have, I mentioned it before, genuinely have an open mind and would like to know why the money system is broken, why the currency system is broken at the moment, and how this magic internet money is actually an honest solution.
Yeah.
I'm just going to change back to the PDF.
Yeah, let's have a quick look on. So while you do that and look at that, there's actually another couple of questions that come up when we go and help with the diploma tomorrow. So I'm just going to ask you a couple of them, James. What is the difference between a custodial and a non-custodial wallet?
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, great question. I'm going to zoom out of this. Okay. I actually like to refer to them slightly differently.
I know you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I find the terms confusing. So
short answers.
The short answers. A custodial wallet, I like to call it a self-hosted wallet. So I think the terminology is confusing, and I would rather people use a non-confusing terminology. There is a self-hosted wallet where you hold the keys. So, for example, the Moon wallet is a Bitcoin and Lightning wallet where you hold the keys, which means it's self-custody. You are responsible for it. And then you could take the Blink wallet, which is a third-party hosted wallet. It means that they are responsible for the keys. If they turn off the servers, your Bitcoin is with them. And that goes for the Chivo wallet. The Chivo wallet, the servers are held and controlled by the government. If they turn off the servers, they hold the Bitcoin. That's why it's important to learn things such as backing up your keys with a hardware wallet. Because then you will hold the keys and they can't turn the server off on you. You still have access to your self-hosted keys or your self-hosted wallet. Sorry, I realized I started going long on my short answer.
I don't think I should do any more in case someone's watching who's going to be doing it.
No, they're okay. We can do another one.
Another one?
More.
Okay.
Let's do one more. Give me one more.
One more. All right. What is a Lightning Network and how to use it?
Oh, okay. Now, this was something we discussed today where we didn't feel like they actually talked about the Lightning Network that much in the diploma. Blockchain, Bitcoin and its blockchain is something called layer 1. And then what we do is we build something on top of it called layer 2. And the Lightning Network is a layer 2 network. But what we are doing is we're actually taking Bitcoin and then we cryptographically secure it on the layer 2 network. Then what we do is we break it down into literally individual Satoshis and we ship the individual Satoshis around on the layer 2 Lightning Network. It can be super fast. It can even be free transactions. If you, so for example, if you set up your own node, you can, and you set up to your favorite services, you can cut out all the fees, which is amazing.
I was actually, that was one thing I was going to say. It's just so much faster than being on the blockchain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's just, it's amazing.
And that's super important. So on the blockchain, you need to wait minimum of 10 minutes before the block is basically confirmed by the network. On the Lightning Network, the way they've built it, you literally send it. It's like me giving this pen to Nicki. She can now confirm she has the pen. And so with the Satoshis, it's the same thing. Like, can you please send me a pen? And it's like, okay, I have the pen. Like, it's a bearer instrument. That's how quick and fast the Lightning Network happens. It doesn't have to confirm with everybody else. Because I have the pen here and I give Nicki the pen, the transaction is done. And that's how the Lightning Network works. And just with the infrastructure of the way the Bitcoin layer 1 is done, it's doing something different, which is why it doesn't work in that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
That's us.
That's us.
Is it? Any other questions? Any other comments? It's been quiet tonight.
Yeah, I know. Normally, John and Liam, you guys are normally making a lot of noise. All right. We really appreciate you guys coming along and doing this with us.
Yes.
It's been an awesome journey. I like that. Oh, look, we've got 21 likes. That is so cool. We've got 21 likes on the video right now. That is the ultimate number for tonight.
Yeah, and also, so keep an eye out for next week because we will be doing a demo on the seed signer.
Yes.
And we will also be the following week. We will be doing one on the Bitbox 2. So do keep an eye on that. We will be sharing, both those devices and how they work. So
Yes. So if you would like to set up a hardware wallet and your own keys with us, we're going to do that together. And in the future, we're also going to put out little lightning. We're going to put out little lightning videos as well because people ask us questions about how lightning works. It's actually quite straightforward once you know how.
Yes.
But if you want to start on your own today, you can download the Wallet of Satoshi, which is an incredibly fast and easy wallet to download, set up. It has a lot of features inside it, and you can just start sending sats straight away.
Yeah.
Well, you start receiving sats straight away.
Oh, cool. Very keen for the lightning videos. Okay. Liam, sorry, John's disappeared. Maybe he had something on. But thank you very much. And the lightning videos, they're going to come along. There's lots of information. There's so much amazing stuff happening on the Lightning Network. It's really awesome. So
it's
we're
very
looking
cool.
forward to start sharing that.
Yeah. So I know we're trying to wrap this up, but this week with the blockchain getting really high fees, they went from basically $2 to $20, and some people are paying $200. That is why the Lightning Network is important because it actually distributes that load. And if you've got your good channels open, you don't pay any fees and you don't have to worry about that congestion.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate you turning up and coming along, and
keep an eye out for next week because there'll be a little bit more.
Okay.
Awesome. Have a great week. Thank you very much.
Bye.